Hi, I am Tessa-Marie and welcome to the Morning Blessings. How are you feeling today? Today is Thursday. Oh my goodness, October 24th, 2024. So there we are. The Height says good morning. How are you feeling today? Hi, Angelina and Georgie. I'm so glad you guys came. I haven't seen you guys early. Guys ready? You're fired up and ready to go? Good morning, Angelina. Good morning, nephew. Good morning, Georgie. How are you guys feeling this morning? Your father is arriving in Dominica today, so Auntie Dawn won't be on today. She's going to pick him up at the ferry. Oh, good. So they're going to have lots of fun. So here we go. So, hi Nancy, how are you feeling this morning? Angelina is dancing. You know she's a music girl, right? She sings and she plays the piano too. So, you know what though? The Morning Blessing family has so much talent. You have so many amazing things that you do. Juliana has one of my loves, which is sewing and designing, and then so it's really nice when you meet somebody that shares those things. So Nancy, yes, Nancy sews and she loves it, and she's back doing it, which is nice. So guys, let us look at where we are, because every time I speak about something, it's because someone will say to me, oh, you love the reel of Dominica. Yeah, I know. And my sister sent it to me a while back, and I just saw it yesterday again. So that's why I put it on. Just showing part of the house. I didn't live in that house as a child because it was there, but I was in the city. And they really moved up there when my parents decided to give up the businesses and retire. So they moved to the estate. But there was a house further up the mountain where we went for holidays. And I think that is the house where Uncle Curtis is. That's the land they gave my brother Curtis when he got married. But that was really, really cool. So it's really about, I think, 3,000 feet above sea level up there. So the air is really chilly. So like they're complaining, like Dawn is already complaining, oh, it's so cold. Well, it is cooler than the city. And it's cooler as soon as you come up the winding road to get to the mountain, you can feel the difference in the temperature instantly. Good morning, Loretta. How are you feeling today? So Dawn sent that video for me, and they were just, after the hurricane, they always have to be fixing stuff. So anyway, so that's what happened. But it is, so when you look at it and you see the path looking down and all you see is trees, beyond that is the Caribbean Sea. So which is where the city lies. So it's below sea level, and we're up in the mountain above sea level. So at Christmas time, New Year, in the winter, it's cooler up there. And naturally in the summer, it's hotter, hence hurricanes and all of that. So that's just beautiful. It's nice up there. You need a sweatsuit in the evening to feel, so you can hang around on the balcony. And that has a big, what you're seeing as the veranda has a big seat, about maybe 18 or more inches wide, so you can sit there. So it's really nice. It's a nice, lovely place. My dad built it. So anyway, let's do this. A hoodie. Yeah, you need a hoodie at that time. You do. The Gavin knows. And that's it. It's just, the temperature is so different. And it's really beautiful there. It's a flower capital of the island. They have their big flower show. And this time of the year, there are lots of things happening there. But it's beautiful. And there's no running rivers up there, but they're like, what I call it, mystical holes in the further up the mountain, and the water is as clear and cold. So I remember going up there once when I was a child, and they dip the bucket in there, and the water is clear and cold. So they still have it, those holes up in the mountain. I guess it's from the volcanoes and stuff. Anyway, that's enough about Dominica. Let's get to our show on the road. Are you looking for things to change? Hi, Lisa. Good morning. How are you feeling today? We just had a lesson on Dominica. You missed it because I did that reel yesterday. Are you looking for things to change? Are you just looking for it to change? Because somebody said to me, hello, Fabian. Is it Fabian? I know that. No, I haven't seen you before. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the Morning Blessings, everybody. How are you all feeling today? I did not ask you guys how you're feeling today because we were talking about that reel that got so many views. Yes, how are you guys feeling this morning? It's chillier today than yesterday. Yesterday we had 25 degrees, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. We were out walking. I have a neighbor who shares my birthday. She's 92, and she was sitting on her porch, so I stopped there for a while and just chatted with her and had a few laughs with her. Her name is Felicia. She makes the best pierogies in the world when she would feed the street. And so I stopped to visit with Felicia. She's 92. She was in a prisoner of war camp in Siberia. And when they got released, they sent them to England. And when they came from England, they sent them to Africa. So she loves all the African foods and fruits, and she knows everything. She has so much fun to talk about. And then she came to Canada. So she lives on our street. She's been there for 56 years. So anyway, let's get the show on the road. This is important to know, that the miracle changes you're looking for are always there. So we are looking. You're looking for things to change. How do you make things change? How do we get things to change? By standing still and letting the winds of change do that for us. A long time ago, I wrote a blog on WordPress, and it was, whose wind is it anyway? When we stand still, we're getting caught in somebody else's wind. When we stand still, we are letting every wind that blows is the same. If you could track a leaf at this time of the year and watch how the north wind takes it from the tree, and the east wind flings it west, and the south wind flings it back north. That is what happens to us if we want things to change and we do not do anything about it. So whatever wind is happening in the world, we find ourselves stuck in that. On the horizon, beyond my dreams, just waiting on final decision. Ministry of Angels working. Congratulations, my dear. I love when I hear you guys talking about the Ministry of Angels. And I said that yesterday to somebody. You know, of course, you do not have to suffer as you're suffering. You have help. You need to just pull in the help. But we don't believe that. So good for you, Georgette. Congratulations. That is something, though. When you are aware that you can do something about something, that is important. I am beyond my dreams, just waiting on final decisions. You must have taken an action. So are you looking for something to change in your life? When we look for things to change in our life, we need to realize that we have to get stimulated to make the change. If we stand still, the change will not happen. Change is going to happen, but it's not the change we desire. It's not the change that we plan. It's the change that happens because change, it will happen. If you sit still, time will fly. Time does not stop. Time does not come back. Time does not turn to you and say, good morning, I'm here, I'm waiting for you. Time does not wait for you. Good morning, Colin. How are you feeling this morning? The thing is, if we are looking for change, we have to take action for that. We have to step into the thing and do something. We cannot just stand there. And you know, there's a word I do not like to use. Well, there's several of them, right? And one of them is hope. It doesn't do a thing for me. When I hear I'm just hoping for the best, I am hoping it changes. Come on, man. What are you doing about this? You know, you're hoping. Who is going to do it for you? God will do it. No, he's not. He gave you free will and a mind. And he told you to take action. And if you ask, you will receive. But you sit there with your mouth shut and a sigh on your face and sadness. God has no time for that. He wants you to get up and enjoy the day. Dance like King David danced. Just dance. It doesn't matter. Move. Do something about what it is you're looking for. When we sit still, we know what happens. Water is persistent. But if it sits still, it smells. If a rock does not move, moss will grow on it. And now that rock becomes an accident maker. You step on moss and you will slide. You'll hurt your leg. You'll fall. You'll hurt your head. Something will happen because you did not take the time to move it. If you want change, you need to make it happen. You have no other choice, Nancy. None of us do. This is a moment of business growth. You told me to dream big, audacious, and now the opportunity is now presented. Yes, it would be unfair for me to say to you, your dream is too big. That's not my business. I didn't create you. I didn't give you the mind to have an audacious dream, but you have to take action. If you sit, that's why I talk about that word. What somebody said, well, I'm hoping they show up. Oh, it just means that you're sitting there and you're waiting for something to blast you in the face. You're waiting for something to come your way. And it's not right. You have to move. And you know what? The whole world is looking at America today. So why are you sitting out? Why are you sitting out? And if you know you sit out, then don't speak when what is happening does not align with you. You took no action. One of my brothers told me that, and I wanted to I got so angry that he got angry. My wife and her sisters are not going to vote because nothing changes in the Bronx. I said, well, you wouldn't like to know where I went with that. Did I ever blast him and I said, what is wrong with you people? You want change in the Bronx, but you're not going to take the action to give you change. And I said, who is your local representative? I don't know. Who is your state? I don't know. Who is your federal? I don't know. And you're sitting there? That's what I mean, change. And it's not only that, but it's because everywhere you turn, that's all you see and hear. That because the world is expecting America to save us again like they did in World War II. So we have to understand, I am not talking politics, I'm talking about change in our life. You do not like where you are, you have to get up and do something about it. You cannot sit down and, you know when you say, I am hoping, it's like sitting on the stoop and waiting for the mailman to show up with that check. Or hoping somebody comes and gives you something and you're not doing, and then it doesn't grow though. You have to get up and make things happen for you. And this is why I said, it is important to know that the miracles you're looking for, what you're looking for, are always there. You will only find them in the light. You will not find them in the darkness. So you're not going to find what you're looking for if your eyes are closed, if your mind is closed, if you criticize the thoughts and the ideas of others and you tell them it's not good enough. In the meantime, you are looking for a miracle to make your life better. And at that time, you're wondering, why am I not getting there? What's going on with me? I'm looking for change, but how can you see change when you cover everybody else with darkness? How can you see it? Change and miracles need light. L-I-G, they need sunshine. They need that bright sun on them. They need the biggest bulb you have on them. And not only for you, but where that person, like Georgette said, when she told me what she was dreaming, I told her to dream big, audacious, do it. None of us know where it is going. None of us know where our destiny lies. What appears to be a speck is hiding something. When you face a challenge, a difficulty, something has happened to you that you did not plan for it to happen. It happened. And it hurts. It's heavy. It's a burden. It's challenging. But if you dwell in it, you cannot see why. You maybe need to have had experiences so you can tell somebody else. You can teach a young person. You can pull the veil from over their eye that is going to keep them looking one way. Your pain can be a miracle to save hundreds of thousands of lives. if you only understand that the darkness needs light for it to shine. So when Georgette comes and she's talking about her big thing, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do anything about except telling her, hey, it's your dream. It's your big goal. It's audacious, yes. And believe that you can do it. Because if you do not believe that what you are looking for, that thing needs you to do something about it. Sitting there and saying, well, it's difficult, it's hard. Sometimes you get a compliment from somewhere and you do not expect it. Like somebody said to me yesterday, again, how I remember what you were doing when you started and how I see you now is just two different persons. But I needed change. I wanted to change my life. I wanted to make it different. I wanted to stop sending the morning blessings to 100 people. I wanted to send it to 10,000 million people. I know maybe it's not there yet, but the numbers show it is better than how it was. And that is what I have to realize, that I was looking to share what I felt and what I understood and what I saw, what I heard when people speak. And because of my age, the results of people's prophecies, self-inflicting prophecies, because I was able to look at it. Just to look at it. Like you have an opportunity to do something, and instead of doing it, you sit there and you complain that nobody is doing it for you. And I know most of what I ask you to do is all about you. But if you are not high, magnificent, then there is nothing high and magnificent around you. You will not see it because you cannot see you as being that. And you put the veil over it. And if you have wisdom, do not use that time of your life to tell people how horrible and hard and difficult it is, because it always has been. I don't care who you are today, where you are today. There was a time you were at the bottom. But you're not there now, are you? Because you took steps and you made changes. You went to school, you studied, you became a this or you became a that. But before that, it wasn't there. You had to take action. You had to do it. You had to make sure you went there and you studied or you learned or you apprenticed or you followed or you observed. And you just did it. You had a yearning. So how can I do that? My pay is $263 every 2 weeks. Bills, living expenses has to be paid. But I want more. I want a home. I want a house. I want a this. I want a that. I didn't even think of wanting a car. That was just not there yet. But I needed shelter. So what did I do? The only route I had, the only seed I could plant at that credit union at the first floor of the McDonald block at Bay and Wellesley in Toronto was $1.75 every payday. And if I tell you that, you're going to look at me and think, what the hell did you think you do? If it were all that I am, without it, I wouldn't be me. Good morning, Yuku. How are you feeling this morning? So the thing we have to remember is I had to take action. You know the action that I took? I decided to take my thermos of chicken soup with a hot dog in it and a sandwich. I had a lunch hour and go to the office and sit there. They didn't have computers, They had a little old white woman with gray hair. And she was the person that was going to make sure that the $1.75 I could afford came to the credit union from the payroll department of the Ministry of Education. It took an hour, 1 hour for her to do this. I didn't have another chance to eat. So while she was doing and writing on these long forms, I was chewing on a sandwich and swallowing some soup and having a hot dog. But I didn't have a choice. Hi, Perez. How are you feeling today? Long time no see. I hadn't a choice. My goal was to save money for later. I had to take action because I was looking for more than I had now at that time. So in order to grow my seed, I needed to plant it, that $1.75 into on there. And when it came to $3.50 every 2 weeks, it wasn't a leap and a jump. It was 25 cents raise for me, and maybe 25 cents for my husband, or vice versa, or 20, whatever. But whatever it was, I made a commitment. My action was, I didn't have it last week. I am going to pretend I do not have it this week, and I'm going to save it. I had to take action. I couldn't go down to Eaton's on College Street, one of the biggest, amazing Eaton's company from 500 years ago, and go buy an outfit and come put it on and come back to work with what I came to work in the morning in a bag, and the one that I bought, I was wearing it at noon, or come smelling like I'm a prostitute covered in perfume because it was payday to go down to Eaton's and buy a bottle of perfume and spray it in the heat of the body in the middle of the day and cause everybody in the office to sneeze. I couldn't do that. But I could go to Stitsky's. I could go to Luzerne. And I could buy 18 inches of fabric, because at those times we had yards, we didn't have metric. And I could sew myself a mini skirt by hand, because I didn't have a sewing machine. And then one day, a student for the summer said to me, "Oh, I love your skirt." I said, "Oh, I made it. I sewed it by hand." She said, "You do? I have a sewing machine. Would you like to borrow it?" And I did. Until I was able to pay $111.95 for a sewing machine in a cabinet on Danforth and Victoria Park at Singer. I still have that machine today. So you have to take action every step of the way. Take action. You cannot sit there looking for things to change and you do nothing about it. You cannot change others, but you can change yourself. You do not like how the behavior is in the home, then you change your attitude towards that behavior. And watch it change for everybody. This is exactly what I do when we get a Social Security increase. Yeah. When TD Bank said to me, that was it, when they said that to me, Tessa-Marie, you give us $1, we'll give you 50 cents. Invest $1 in TD Bank and we'll give you 50 cents. You think I was sitting down there and watching? Or if you put 10% of your income, 1% to 10, I think it was this time, we will give you half of that. You think I was going to sit there and wait for them to and see it go by like that? No, I couldn't do 10%, right? But I could do 1. I could do 1%. And like what you said, Nancy, as it increased, I increased it. As it increased, I increased it. And I ignored it and I just let it ride. And that is what we have to realize. We cannot sit still. If you want a change, you want a change on Tuesday, but today is Monday. Do you have an opportunity to do something about it? Yes, you do. And the secret that is really there about a change is that you are given tiny inspiration. The minute you have that desire for something better or just a change, be alert. Stop thinking of the desire you want because you already stated. Listen for the inspiration because it's going to come. Yeah, exactly. Listen for the inspiration. Sometimes the tiny inspiration that you just say, "Oh, that wouldn't work." How dare you? It's like you ask for help. And when help comes, you go, "Yeah, what are you doing? You're not going to do anything." How would that person feel? But no, man, you kneel down in church on Sunday, you pray before you go to bed, you fall asleep with your rosary in your mouth or wherever it went, and you're praying. And an idea comes and you poo-poo on it because you don't believe it's not big enough for you. But I said to you, out of the acorn comes the oak tree. Choice. So when you are looking for something and a little idea says to you, you know what, this isn't right, I need to change it, jump on it. Even if you find out you were wrong, but jump on it, you listen. My mother said, do you consciously throw money on the floor? No, we don't. And then I said, of course not. She said, but you know what the angels do? They throw it there for you. And if they see you picking up the pennies and the nickels and the dimes, you're going to get dollars. I don't know where that came from, but I still believe it because I know for sure I do not empty my change purse on the floor. Yet there will be money on the floor. So I pick it up and I set it aside. I do not leave it there. These are the tiny ideas you get. So you're doing something. Let's say you're doing a transaction with someone. And for a minute something went, a little flash. Breathe into the flash and say, you know what? I'm going to get back to you. Walk away. Because there was a warning to stop and you didn't. Even days later you look and say, why did that happen? That wasn't supposed to be like that. What can I do about it? That's the question you ask yourself now. You have to take action. It falls in your lap, you must take action. Looking for what's always there, you will only find them in the light and you will not find them in the darkness. The light is when you completely leave it alone. Right? No. The light is when it frightens you for 30 seconds, for 10 seconds, for one flipping 3, 4, 5 seconds. That's the light. It's saying, hey, pay attention. Come on, pay attention. But you are looking for change and you refuse to pay attention to the little things that fall in your lap. Small ones. Because you see, you need the light to shine for you to see that something is broken. What you're going to do or what you're looking for, if it does not get light, it's going to die. It will be broken. And it's up to you to shine light on it. And it's up to you to completely shine light on the dreams, the goals, and the desires of others. And also know when to pull back and let them shine in their own way. For it to change, you have to take action every day. Anything you want to do. And it is not easy because Yuko was talking to me about consistency. And she said to me, you're consistent. And I said, yeah, but it's not easy. It's challenging. There are days that are challenging. When do you ever want to get out of bed? When do you ever want to get out of bed at 4:15? But it works for me. And I noticed it, so I took the change. I can sleep until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I never have a problem sleeping. But when I do sleep in, I feel as if I am in the twilight zone. I cannot go forward, I can't go sideways, I can't go back, I'm just there. But when I wake up at 4:15, I am exhaustedly feeling it. I drink a glass of water and I tell God, thank you. And I stand there for a few minutes. I drink the water. And then I do other things. I exercise. Then maybe when it's 5 o'clock, I am outside. Even today it was 6 degrees at my room. And I didn't stay long though. But I went out there. You think I felt like waking up? I count to 10. I stretch out on the bed. And I see if I can feel all the sensation in my body. And then I swing my legs over the side to get up. I am still not functioning. It's challenging. But I know already, and I already know that if I do not do this, I won't be here at 8. If I not do this, I'll be exhaustedly sitting down wondering why, and noise, everything. I love stillness. I love the quiet of the morning. So I will step outside and sit in the pergola for a little bit and I'm freezing, I'm cold, but I love it. I look up to the sky and I have to do this. I see the stars, I see the shining moon, whatever is happening. I hear the animals, I feel the leaves falling on my head because I'm out there. And all I do is listen. But I know for sure I need to do this. That's my action. So I get what I need to be here, to talk for half an hour. Because that's what I desire to be. I need the change. I need to show up. I need to get better. I need to get where I desire to go. I cannot sit and believe that something will change and use the word hope. So you understand what I'm talking about? If you find yourself using words like, I'm trying, you are going to feel tired. I'm really trying. No, but in fact, you're not trying. You're doing it, but you do not even believe that you are light. And you are light. You were born to be light. L-I-G-H, to the shining bright light that you are. But when you use a word like, you know what, I'm really trying to fix this. No, I am doing my best to fix this. And you're not hoping. I know if I do something, something will happen. Every action gets a reaction. But waiting is like love. Oh, my husband doesn't love me. Oh, forget it. They don't even love themselves. They do things that don't even work for them. And you expect them to find space in that to love you. You want to love? Love yourself first. Today at 11 o'clock on YouTube, I'll talk about love. Love yourself. What you want, take action on it. And your job is to put your 100% towards this relationship. How do you do that? You find it. But if you stand there and you're bold and you think you only need to give 50% to what you do, that tells me you're on the verge of failure. All you need is for somebody to sneeze. You cannot do that because you want more. You have to put 100% of all you do into it. And you need to realize when you have succeeded and you take action and you did something and you're sitting on that something, there's a time you sit back after you've gone as far as you could go today. And you take a break. And you absorb what you have done because you took action. You're looking for change. When I'm finished with this morning, blessings, I turn it off and the phone stays there. I sit for 10 minutes. I go outside and I just breathe for 10 minutes. And then I come back and do anything else that has to be done with this and more. And then I take another 10-minute break, but I have the luxury of being retired and my time is mine. But Yuko has clients, so she takes a 5-minute break between one thing to another. That is acknowledging that you took action, and it becomes easier to take action knowing that you did it already. Check. And that's what matters. So, the Love Channel is the best. Thanks, Stacy. I can't stop laughing at that, but it's true. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for coming. Yeah, at 11 o'clock, I talk about love, love about you, loving yourself, loving others, caring, understanding that love is not only one type of love, but I talk about that too. It's no point you hide it, that you love being loved. It's no point you take it and you put it under a bushel. What is wrong with you? Stop being a hypocrite. Enjoy love. You didn't come here by magic, So we have to understand all of that. And the minute we start being honest and take action on what we desire to have in our life, it happens. Like Georgette said, she took action. I will be there to it. You'll need to join our worship, please. It really rocks. Thank you. Well, it's on YouTube. You can do almost anything. Anyway, people, wonderful human beings, have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for hanging there with me this morning. Nancy, Stacy, Georgie, Lisa, my nephew, and Loretta. Wonderful team. Guys, have a wonderful Thursday. Ha, ha, ha. Stacy says the beautiful morning blessings. I know what's her name? Thank you for this wonderful message. Stacy said, and accepting the opportunity as they present it. Timing is everything. It is. It's about being ready, right? If you're looking for something, your cup must be in your hand. If you're looking for something, you have to be ready to see it and to take it and to use it. But if you're looking for it and you do not pay attention to it, how can you get it? You need to pay attention. And watch your words, hard, trying, hoping. When you say the word hard, your whole body gets stiff. When you use the other one, it just crushes you. When you say you're trying, you get deflated. I'm trying. And then when you say the word that I'm doing it. You get in there. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.